After 16 years and over 10,000 hours in World of Warcraft, I'm officially ready to announce my retirement from WoW retail, at least for the foreseeable future. Okay, I can't name how many times in the past I've said I never wanted to play it again, I ended up playing it again. I think I'm finally ready to put it in stone, though, that I am completely done with retail for the near future. Not going to do the raid for the first time, and I don't know, however many patches. If you look at my video from yesterday, we did give it a try, just like always. The one thing I always come back and do most of the time is get AOTC, KSM. I play a few classes each time until I just don't enjoy it anymore. Okay, now we're gonna put some gameplay behind here just so you guys see. Even the race to world first guilds, the two best guilds in the whole world, like every single tier for years now, the best two, Liquid and Echo, are also having trouble even on normal mode. Okay, and the first few bosses, by the way, not to mention the last couple bosses were not even doable yesterday on normal mode. They already pushed a nerf for like the second to last boss by like 125 million HP, which is ridiculous. It's a whole new boss now. It was way harder than the final boss just yesterday, and it just came out yesterday. So it's like obviously they're gonna push some nerfs, change some things. But I'm telling you guys, it's not just me. I form Pugs. I'm Pug Life CEO if you're new to the channel. If you are new, just quickly, go sub, go follow me on Twitch. We're live every single day, content every single day on both platforms. But just listen here. I normally start my own raids. I invite randoms and I hope for the best. And usually it goes well, especially in normal. Almost every single tier we clear it the first day. Sometimes there'll be leavers. Well, there's always leavers. People just leave for whatever reason. But we always clear it. We replace them in between bosses and we just keep going. Sure, we wipe, right? But okay, yesterday, go look at my video if you haven't seen it. We were on the first boss for not even 2 or 3 pulls and I was done. I was like, guys, there's 5 wipe mechanics on the very first boss in normal. Okay, I don't want to get into it again. It's going to piss me off. But I just want you guys to know, like, I gave retail another try. If you've been to pay attention to my channel, I just retired from Ascension after a month and a half, and I said Ascension gave me more fun than maybe ever in WoW completely since in Cataclysm when I started. I think barring that first ever step into Azeroth when everything was brand new, Ascension gave me more fun than all of that. And even the best of times in WoW do not compare. And that was in a month and a half. Now I am still done with Ascension. Those reasons are still up on my video. That video is doing great, but I'm still not going to go back there. That just doesn't feel like home to me. I think, guys, my last hope is Classic Plus. I mean, that's really all I can even hope for in gaming. Now, a lot of things are going on. Like, I just started my classes again. I'm a data scientist, so I am very busy. My schoolwork is pretty hard. It's pretty demanding. It's not, it's not to say, like, if I wasn't enjoying the video game, I wouldn't find time for it. In my first month back streaming, we streamed over 200 hours, okay? And that was mostly Ascension, even a little bit of retail, Classic WoW, Vanilla. Listen, if it's a game and I enjoy it, my whole life has been gaming, okay? Since even before when I started WoW, I was on PlayStation 1 playing, like, RC Avenger at 8 or 9 years old, guys. PlayStation 1. So I've played all types of games growing up, anything from handheld games to what I'm doing now, like the intricate games with a lot of mechanics to learn, Lost Ark, that type of thing. I don't play Lost Ark anymore. When it first came out, it was really fun, but it's been a while since I played Lost Ark. But I have over like 2,000 hours in that game too. So all this to say, guys, and you're watching these people struggle behind me, right? I would hope with the gameplay, if it's showing up correctly. You're watching Echo, one of the best raiding guilds ever, and they're from Europe. Some amazing players on their roster. You're also watching Liquid, which will either be on before or after. I'm going to have to do one at a time, right? But both of them struggling on normal bosses too. This isn't just a me and Pug Life thing, get into a guild. First of all, no, that's not how I have fun with the game. Now, that's really just what I'm having to come to terms with, guys, is the game just doesn't cater to me, right? And it used to for a long time without them having to do anything special for me. It used to just be fun for me to start a raid. Go into normal, go into heroic after, wipe on heroic, have to come back in a couple weeks, do it all again, and still somehow get through it. And that's just not doable anymore. Like, unless you are already crafting your weapon, which, by the way, everyone is able to do on the second week of the patch, first real week of the patch, people are already crafting their mythic weapon. They're not going to replace for the rest of the patch. That's just terrible. That's bad game design. I don't like that. I don't like that. But the whole point here is like they're not catering to me, and it's no longer a game for me. Like they have chosen their old audience. They have chosen these literally 200. They're either 300 pounds or they're less than 100 pounds, because either way, these guys just aren't even taking care of themselves like the ugliest human beings you could possibly imagine, personality wise, physical wise. Like, and they want them. They'd rather have them, people that still live in their mom's basement, even though they're getting paid to play WoW. And by the way, these guilds, every single week, once the Race to World First is over, every single week they're selling carries. So if they are doing that every single week, multiple times every single week, for the entire patch, and that still doesn't prepare them to get through normal without multiple wipes. I'm showing you guys one wipe. I've been watching the whole Race to World First from both POVs, and they wiped many times on normal. There were plenty of bugs that caused them, especially on the last two bosses, like I mentioned. But even before then, like having to learn the fights, people that, they have to rely on helpers. They would invite people like me, they'd invite people like you, they'd invite people that are decently geared and have some knowledge of the game, download their add-on, whatever, and they just give you gold in exchange for their loot. If they can't do it, I promise you, no one, not most people can't, right? And I know people have gotten through normal by now. I'm sure. I only gave it 2 or 3 pulls, guys, and I was like done. Okay, I've gone through way worse raids. I've gone through way better raids. Trust me, but it's just not fun anymore, guys. It's not doable. It's not fun. It's doable in a week, right? When everyone has their mythic weapon, when everyone takes the time to look up the mechanics. That's not how I have fun. That's not my game. And the devs, by the way, would also not be able to clear it if they weren't the ones making it. I promise you. Like, I have been playing the game longer than they have been working at Blizzard by more than double. Okay, more than double for most of them. The best devs that we all knew and loved, they're gone. They're either high up in executive positions now, or they're working on Classic Plus, or they're gone, right? And it might have been with the whole breast milk out of the refrigerator scandal. It might have been way before then. Who knows? But guys, they wouldn't be able to do it either. I'm talking about, I have a 150 millisecond reaction time, guys. Like, that's on an average, and if I do 5 in a row, that'll be the mean, right? Like, I can do a little bit better than that. I have done better than that. And even if it's closer to 2, if I mess up, 200 milliseconds. Guys, if I can't do that, most people, I'm not gonna act like there's not people who are a lot better than me at PvP, or a lot better than me even at PvE, which is not that impressive nowadays, by the way. But if I can't do it, most gamers can. I'm 29. Like everyone else, not everyone else. There's plenty of young people, plenty of way younger people than me. But what I'm trying to say is, guys, how good do they want us to be? Okay, do you guys want me to actually do college, take care of my family life, go to work, do YouTube editing, teach all this myself, program myself, teach myself all of this, right? Take care of my whole life in my own apartment, right? And then also have to look up the raids, have to look up the mechanics, gatekeep item level, gatekeep anyone that messes up the mechanics more than once or twice, because it's a raid wipe if you do. If you die with the debuff near the raid, it's a raid wipe. If you don't burn the corpses of the ads that you have to kill before they get to the middle, and then you have to burn their corpses. If you don't burn their corpses, then it's a raid wipe, right? It's if the tank doesn't move his mechanic over all the puddles, it's a raid wipe. We have to. That's 4 or 5. That's one boss. That's the boss I showed on my stream yesterday. That's the first boss of normal, guys. I know I can't be the only one thinking these things. I might be the only one willing to say it. And I have spent more of my life playing WoW than not playing WoW. This isn't a thing about people being toxic like the other videos. This is just not fun. Like I'm simply saying, I need others to stand up and say this is not fun, right? It's just me. And what I'm seeing from the videos, at least in the last day or two, even though the videos are doing well, I can just tell the game's not for me anymore. I don't know what it is. Like, I'm a hardcore gamer. I enjoy not the struggle. Sometimes the struggle, right? It's fun if you're in the right type of group. But the grind of like progressing, gear progression, knowledge progression, like that's fun, right? I would do that all the way to Mythic if it was viable, but in the Pug life, that's not really worth the time. But Heroic, that's a challenge. And by the way, I don't know exactly. I can't speak on this for every tier, but like, okay, the difficulty of getting a heroic raid together and full clearing these raids compared to the difficulty of being in a pre-made mythic guild and you are just like in Discord the entire time, those aren't as far apart as you may think. I'm not gonna sit here and say which one's harder, but man, that's not, a full pug going through heroic, having to teach people in real time. Most of the time they don't even speak English, right? Or maybe half the time. But guys, it's not that far apart, and that's why I enjoy it. Like that's to me, that's the real struggle. That's the real progression. I'm having to get whole new people each time, teach them when I'm in the mood. But you know, Raider IO makes it so I can kind of cultivate my experience a little bit. Like I don't want to get people that are completely new to the game if I can help it, but I don't want to gatekeep on the first week of normal when we're all learning, right? That's the whole point, guys. It's a video game. Like this isn't heroic I'm talking about. This isn't mythic I'm talking about. I'm talking about normal. Like first week, right? And by the way, everyone in my raid was 290 plus. I was one of the lowest at like 291. Everyone purple IO, pink IO, like they still couldn't do the mechs. And, you know, we're having to learn in real time. It wasn't like a mess up once, I'm going to kick you type of thing. I even said it's a learning group. But people start being toxic to each other. And guys, it's just not worth it. It's not fun. The whole point, guys, is Blizzard has caused someone who has given them chance after chance after chance and patch after patch after patch to be done. Like, I don't care anymore. I'm going to play Classic Plus until, you know, unless they ban me before, and maybe they will. But it's just like, Blizzard, what are you doing? Like, why would you do that to your players, dude? We're talking about the, like, people who have given you money for so long, and you are still just spitting in their face. For the people who, like, have 2 accounts, can only play on 1 at a time, right? Multi-bot, actually, they have 3 or 4 accounts, playing on 1 at a time while they raid. Selling their carries to gold buyers for the rest of the patch. They just need the money that much. They've chosen them over choosing me and you. And it's like, okay. Hope you guys enjoy it. I'm going to see what I can do, see what other games to play. I don't know. I'm kind of just lost. I'm WoW homeless again. And it sucks, but maybe Classic Plus will be coming out soon and we can go from there. See you, everyone.